Instagram, let the game begin. What hashtags are? Although this application was born in 2010, in 2011, the already famous hashtags were added to help users find images of the same subject. Instagram allows for 30 hashtags per post. But what are the famous hashtags? Hashtags are words or phrases preceded by the hash sign, with no spaces or special characters. They work like hyperlinks, and their main objective is to segment the contents that are published. So, for example, if you use the hashtag love hashtag on several posts, whenever you click on it, you will see those same posts plus others from public accounts that have used the same hashtag. To find posts with specific hashtags on Instagram, you can also use the magnifying glass at the bottom too, if your goal is to group a certain number of posts. Using hashtags will help you lead the public to those particular posts. Usually, hashtags go with a caption that can be either short or medium long. The hashtags you write can be about almost anything. As you type them in, Instagram will suggest other tags based on their popularity. Technically, you can use up to 30 in each post. Why is it essential to use hashtags on Instagram? These are the 3 main advantages of using hashtags properly on this social network. 1. Hashtags allow users to find your posts quickly and help them go viral. 2. By increasing visibility, you increase the reach of your message and increase the number of followers of your brand. 3. On Instagram, there's a direct link between hashtags and engagement. The more hashtags you use, the more visible your publication is, and the more likely someone will interact with it. How do I use hashtags on Instagram? Here are some recommendations to keep in mind. Focus on the goal before defining your hashtags. Research what hashtags your competition, your followers, and industry influencers use. Imagine hashtags as keywords. For example, if your niche is interior design, hashtags like hashtag room decor or hashtag room inspiration will attract people seeking inspiration for their rooms. Use hashtag search engines to identify the ones that are closest to your audience. Use popular hashtags, but only if they are content related. If not, your followers will be disappointed and will stop following you. For instance, hashtag love is among the most effective hashtags on Instagram, but it wouldn't make much sense to use it in posts that don't relate to love. Try to use less generic and more specific hashtags. You can segment your content using hashtags that are related only to you. Remember not to include spaces or special characters. Numbers are allowed. You can use capital letters at the beginning of each word to make the hashtag easier to understand. Avoid tildes and special characters. Hashtags with characters other than Roman letters don't position themselves optimally. The ones with emojis don't position well either. Keep your hashtags short and easy to remember. Avoid fancy words. Give some variety to your hashtag pool. Don't just use the same hashtags all the time, as you'll miss the chance to be found through other labels. Keep in mind that posts should be public so that users can find them more easily. Use hashtags on your Instagram stories too, so they have a greater reach. Remember, you don't have to highlight hashtags to make them work. You can place them at the end of the post or wherever you prefer. The importance of captions. Knowing how to tell a story through a caption is vital, and it will help you a lot in your strategy to create captions that will hook your followers. It is a powerful tool that is available to all influencers and whose limitation will reside in the creativity you decide to have. Look at 2 examples of brands that have managed to slip into the mind and heart of the consumer: Coca-Cola and Pank. They don't sell you their product. They sell you how you will feel when using it. Users are tired of being sold products, but they love purchasing emotions. Your followers may forget what you say, but they will never forget how you make them feel. That's why telling a story through a post has become the holy grail of great brands and even influencers today. Instagram's new algorithm favors posts that generate engagement, and therefore, a post that receives a lot of likes and comments will be more likely to reach a larger audience than a post that doesn't call for your followers to participate. Forrester Research claims that Instagram is the king of social interaction. That's because the most influential brands are registering high rates of engagement. They get a 2-3% interaction for every follower. And this figure exceeds the engagement generated by the same brands on both Facebook and Twitter. Writing a caption that makes you fall in love on Instagram is synonymous with giving a little wink to tell your community that you're there, that there's a human being behind your profile. The text is essential in this channel for several reasons. You will keep the flame alive between you and your community. You will make it clear that you are interested in what your followers think of you. Also, the text is ideal for raising questions and encouraging participation. But writing a caption that gets the full attention of your followers also has its creative and intellectual process. To be effective, you must Identify the tone of what you want to communicate. Identify what qualities and values you want to be remembered for. Be consistent. Make a right combination of image and caption. Both things must be connected because your post can have a decent picture. Still, if it does not have a good caption or an engaging story in the caption, then you will not generate the reactions you want so much. Tell a story. Storytelling is the art of connecting with your audience through stories. You need to generate closeness, show empathy, and establish a special connection with the users. A suitable method for writing good Instagram captions is to tell the story behind the image. Watch the beginning. First words are most important. Instagram will only show your followers the first 2 lines of your caption, so if you want to make them fall in love, you must say the most essential things in the first 2 lines so your followers will want to read more. Take your time. Don't write something instantly and in a hurry. Not if you want to engage your community. Choose your words carefully. Be concise. Make a call to action. One of the critical points of a caption is to generate interaction, so making a call to action will invite your followers to interact with you, give you feedback, and even feel part of something. Use emojis. Not everything is formal, and you can make a good caption and use emojis if necessary. Just remember that it must be promptly. You do not want to bore the audience with a text full of happy faces. Don't forget to say thank you. If you are collaborating with another influencer or a brand, it must be not only labeled but also mentioned in the caption. This will generate interest from your followers in them and generate traffic to their profiles. The first step in writing a proper caption on Instagram is to know your audience and understand what they are looking for in you. The art of storytelling on social networks has grown so exponentially that today a group of influencers called caption influencers has been born, whose task is to turn their captions into a kind of blog where they tell their experiences, tell their stories, contribute their criticism, and even some use it as a journal or diary. This makes Instagram a perfect social network for microblogging. The magic of the caption influencers is to be able to capture with the photo and connect it correctly with the description, which works perfectly as a differentiator between so many images accompanied by Walt Disney's phrases.